Yesterday, upon the stairs, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. How I wish he'd go away. Prepare your ears for some weird candy.
Hey, what's up, my fellow weirdos? Happy Tuesday to you. I hope the butthole of the work week isn't kicking you too hard. I just want to say I love each and every one of you beautiful purveyors of the unexplained, the unknown, the supernatural. I love you guys so much. And my name is Chris, and with me, as always, is Cho! What's up, homie? How you doing, buddy?
I'm pretty good, man. You know, just the usual. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How's your glabella?
My glabella. Today it's juicy. It's a little juicy, you know.
Do you know what body part that is?
I'm sure that when
because okay, guys, Google glabella and then send us some emails or to go on the Facebook page glabella.
Did you say
Glabella?
Did you say?
And let me know what you guys think about Chuck having a juicy glabella.
I swear you said glabella when you said Google glabella.
Oh,
you couldn't get it right.
I probably did. Yeah. Hey, showbiz, baby. Showbiz.
You're a professional.
I fucking hate you.
I'm not going to edit this either, dude.
No. This is what you guys are hearing. What we're saying. So, bang,
bang. Is that your
no
catchphrase?
No, not at all. No, it's probably a gloigen flagging.
Wow. What the hell is that?
Well, we're going to go to Germany today.
Oh,
we're going to take a trip.
Yes.
Across the pond.
So, across the pond? I thought that was England specifically.
Well, but I mean, come on. It's Europe.
All of Europe is just across the pond?
Isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can see Russia from my backyard.
That's not Russia, man.
That's a meth lab. My bad.
Yeah. Not Chernobyl.
Hey, tomato. Oh, shit. How's your week been, buddy?
Oh, it's been great, man. It's been a pretty good week. I mean, it's uneventful, but the kids are back to doing their schoolwork, and that gives you a little bit of stress when you got to get them up on time and make sure they're on their computers and all the...
Yeah, you got to act like an adult. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
But that's all right. I'm going to ride this train till it explodes in a fiery crash.
I thought it was going to explode into a fiery crash the other day, but,
Didn't it, though? Kind of, a little bit.
Well, like anyway. I told you a few months back on an episode that I'm waiting for the apocalypse,
Yeah, but I've noticed, your bunker, it has, 2 fucking Hustler magazines and a bottle of water. What's up?
A little bit of lotion. A couple boxes of Kleenex.
How long are you planning to survive?
As long as it takes.
Or until I run out of Kleenex.
Right.
Oh, anyway, you guys make sure to check out our Facebook page. It's Weird Candy Podcast at Facebook. And, send in those emails, man. Maybe you guys got some ideas of topics you'd love to hear covered. Hit us up. It's weirdcandypodcast@gmail.com. Send the shit in.
Yeah, bring it on. We want to tackle... the things that you send to us. Not just, we want to know what you want to hear, and we're ready to just, take it on.
Right, like a plastic worm, here it is in a tackle box. No?
Wow.
Nobody? Nobody?
Cricket sounds.
Right, yeah.
I might go ahead and edit in some cricket sounds right here,
I wouldn't blame you. That was pretty fucking bad. My bad, guys. All right. Anyway, what do you say, buddy? You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's get weird, guys. And just so you guys know, off mic, Chuck just said he's going to be farting the entire time that we're recording. So,
wow, no, this chair is creaky. Would you like me to do it again? Yes, it's a creaky chair.
Oh my heckin' gosh! I just thought that would be good to share. Anyway, let's move on. Just imagine that you've spent your entire life working toward becoming an astronaut, or maybe an engineer, or maybe even a teacher. Now imagine that you wake up one day and everyone around you starts telling you that you've been doing things and acting in ways that you would never in a million fucking years do or ever behave. As time goes on, you begin to notice that you're constantly being accused of doing things that you could never do, but at the same time, you can't for the life of you remember what you were doing during the time period that these events occurred.
Are we covering meth heads today?
No.
No.
But good E for effort, buddy.
Well, you know,
E for effort.
The previous mention of meth heads in the intro.
And that's where your mind stayed. Couldn't move past that, huh?
No, you had this whole spiel, like doing things you'd never do, blah, blah, blah. I thought, hey, I'd throw it out there.
Now add these particular things with the fact that you were raised in an extremely devout Catholic household, and anytime anything even remotely odd happened, it's blamed on the devil. We all would like to think that if anything even remotely close to this were to take place, modern science and probably an entire fucking army of psychiatrists would be more than willing to examine you. What if, though, no matter how hard they probed you, I knew it was coming. I fucking knew it. No matter how hard they probed, or no matter how hard they pushed and pressured, the answer that they were seeking plain and simply didn't exist. What if the reason behind everything was of a supernatural origin? In 1968, Analise Michel was diagnosed with epilepsy and put on the appropriate medication. Unfortunately, no matter the drugs she was prescribed, things would only continue to get worse for Analise. Eventually, her family felt that they had no choice but to bring in a priest that could start a ritual that would ultimately lead to the exorcism of Analise Michel.
All right, I'm gonna jump in here, and I know we didn't plan on me jumping in right here. You know, we didn't.
We don't plan on a lot.
No, we don't have a rough outline.
I don't think this is kind of a. I don't think this is a brains kind of an operation.
No. Well, there's. Never mind. Okay, so I was just jumping in to say that this story gets pretty rough. I mean, if you're sensitive to this sort of thing, if it really bothers you, just know that it's a pretty tough one.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably, in my opinion, this is the darkest tale we've covered yet.
Yeah,
I mean, this, oh man, and you're gonna hear this a couple times throughout the episode, so. If you're ready, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Born on September 21st, 1952, Analise was the oldest surviving sibling of the family. In 1948, her mother, Anna, gave birth to an illegitimate daughter named Martha, which she had out of wedlock. And that was a huge fucking no-no. No, that's so taboo. Oh, you're dying, you silly boy.
You can't do that. I mean, you're not supposed to do that stuff. You can't be having babies out of wedlock and
I know,
stuff.
You can't be enjoying your life and just living. I mean, fuck. Martha died at the age of 8 from kidney failure, which I guess was lucky for those super Catholics. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hey, the illegitimate bastard child is gone, kind of thing. And
it's tragic, but okay.
Well, what's fucked up is like, the more if you look into it, like, her parent, Analise Michel's parents, Joseph and Anne, like they were not like sad about this, or Anna, I'm sorry. They were not sad about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, now because of the times and the culture that they lived in, Anna was shunned and her entire family turned their backs on her, going so far as to making her wear a black veil on her wedding day when she eventually married Joseph Michel. Like, they literally, like, she was not pure. So it's like, nah, you got to wear a fucking black veil.
You can't wear white.
Exactly.
No more white for you.
Exactly. It was really fucked up. After the wedding, Joseph and Anna would become overly devout Catholics. From a very young age, Analise would feel guilt over the fact that her mother's past was sinful and would, up until her death, feel that she had to carry and atone for that particular sin. The fact that her entire life had been dedicated to being like 100% faithful to the Lord Almighty may or may not have had something to do with her eventual demise. Anna and Joseph were some of the most zealous people in the town that they lived in. They were so pious that they decided almost immediately after Annalise's birth that she would be their one child that would dedicate their life to the Lord Almighty and never ever commit a sin. Oh, can I get an amen?
I'm going to jump in there and commend you on the zealous and pious.
I told you I've been reading a fucking thesaurus. Oh my god!
Is it because of the holidays? Your word of the day toilet paper is like,
dude. That order still hasn't come in. The replacement that you bought me.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Damn.
I just keep reading the thesaurus
in the bathroom.
Where else am I going to read a thesaurus? Get out of here. Duh. Isn't that where everybody reads a thesaurus? Come on. Analise was so devout that during her early teen years, she would sleep on a bare stone floor to, quote, suffer for the sins of homeless drug addicts and other damned souls. Like, dude, that's fucking
That's what they
deep,
wanted her to do?
No, that's what she chose to do. They'd raised her to
And
be
they
like so guilty.
So they basically had poured all this guilt and pressure on her
Exactly.
until she just like, I have to do this.
Exactly. Oh, I have to atone. Like,
It's
oh,
awful.
there's people doing drugs and homeless people and people doing abortions. You know, I have to make up for all this. You know, it's
I think everybody pretty much owns their own sin, right?
You would think.
I don't know exactly the
then
Catholic
again,
beliefs, I guess. I
I'm
don't
pretty
know what
sure
they
that
believe
the
either, so-
Christian Bible does state that the sins of the father will be cast down upon the children or the sons. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. I know
And
the
again, women
phrase.
didn't exist in the Bible times, so you know it was all father, sons, patriarch, you know, all that bullshit. You know, she didn't only do these things because the Lord Almighty was telling her to. No. Her mother had also been telling her for almost all of her life that not only did she have to help with other people's sins, but that she had to atone for all of her saintly bitch mother's sins.
So yeah,
As well. Yeah.
just okay. Now you got to make up for my sins too. Why can't she make up for her own?
Exactly. No.
Whoa.
That's why she was born, to atone for the world's sins and her fucking piece of shit mother's sins. You know, you know, and I don't care how you look at it, buddy. I mean, that's just good parenting right there.
Good parenting right there.
That's solid.
Parenting 101.
That's
right.
right.
There. That's
you know, I mean,
basic.
every
That's-
book I've ever read, which is 3, but everyone
was,
talks about. I mean,
That was Curious George Goes to the Zoo.
yep, and
The-
he talks about atoning for the parents'
Muppets
sins.
do the ABCs
Yeah, again, atoning for parents' sins.
and Fight Club.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that one didn't talk about it. But hey, that was a good book. You know, what can I say? After Annalise graduated from high school in 1973, she went on to enroll at Germany's University of Würzburg with the hopes of becoming a teacher. As the year went on, she was tormented by hallucinations of demonic faces almost everywhere she fucking looked. She was also plagued by voices, especially when she would pray, which she did several fucking times a day, buddy, telling her that she was damned to rot in hell.
These voices are. See, this is starting. I'm
Yeah.
not even going to jump into it yet.
We'll get there. Yeah, I know exactly where you're wanting to go, brother, and we'll get there. Man, poor baby. I don't know. Over time, this poor girl was plunged into a deep depression. Yeah, no shit. Oh, wow. Fucking boom. Mind blown. Like, I can't. What? You mean this shit depressed her? What? The fuck out of here. Man, that shit stokes me, man. I just got a boner.
You just love hearing voices in your head.
The first person to suggest that Annalise was possessed was an elderly family friend. I mean, that's just what this fucking kid needed, right? Some old ass religious moron, right?
Some like 80-year-old German Catholic grandma.
Right. Well, this old elderly, he's described as elderly family friend, who had accompanied her on a pilgrimage. Now, this crazy old bat claimed that Annalise smelled devilishly bad, and she refused to drink holy water, and that she wouldn't walk past a crucifix. I don't know why I went like in a weird
It's German.
fucking place. Yeah.
You kind of went Irish.
Shut up. You're Irish.
Nope, Scottish.
Not long after this dumbass made these claims, Anna and Joseph enlisted the help of a local priest who performed 2 rites of exorcism. Surprise! They didn't do a fucking thing. I know.
No.
Shocked. Are you shocked?
No,
I'm shocked.
really.
I'm pretty
I mean,
shocked.
usually it takes like, about 15 exorcisms, on average
God.
to even get close.
Right,
so.
right. Oh, man. Now, not long after, all this shit, Annalise had resorted to eating insects and trying to commit suicide. And she even started biting the heads off of any dead animal that she could find. And she went so far as to where she refused water and only drank her own urine off of the floor.
Wow. I mean, was this
Bear Grylls,
inspired?
dude.
No,
It's probably fucking Bear Grylls doing the exorcism.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Adapt and overcome.
Well, this is way before Ozzy Osbourne. Maybe this is where he got his ideas.
No, Ozzy was fucking kicking ass in the late 60s.
Oh, this is in the 70s. Okay. I got you.
What?
By this time, it's the 70s.
No. Yeah, 1970, not the 1870, 1970. Yeah, I know.
Gotcha.
I know. Like all these outdated ideology and all this bullshit.
It felt like it
Sounds
was a
it should be
long time.
way longer
40s
ago than it
maybe.
was. But yeah, no. This shit happened to this poor girl like
75.
fairly
Yeah.
recently. Yeah.
So yeah, Ozzy, but I don't think he'd done the biting the heads and. But anyway, let's get on. I off on a tangent here.
No, I mean we can talk about Ozzy Osbourne if you want.
I don't really think so.
You
No.
sure?
He's barely the best singer in Black Sabbath.
I'm going through change. Anyway,
That's a good one.
Hey, thank you. I'm here all week, Bo. On September 24th, 1975, Exorcist pastor Ernst Alt and Father Arnold Renz were given permission by Bishop Joseph Stengel. I mean, these fucking names.
Yeah, Ernst Alt is
like they are missing so many fucking vowels. It's ridiculous.
Ernst Alt is a computer control. Like, when you hit like Control Alt Delete, it's Ernst Alt.
Well, and if you do it on a Mac, it turns your computer into a transformer.
A transforming fleshlight.
Wow, man, you just went for it. Like you didn't even.
Hey, I'm out here reaching for sponsorships.
Well, anyway, these fucks were given the permission by that Bishop Joseph Stengel to begin the rites of exorcism on Analise. Now, this was all supposed to be done under the utmost secrecy. Like the church did not want any outsiders to know that this shit was going on, which right there tells you something fucking fishy's happening, right?
Just sounds weird.
Yeah, it does. It's bullshit. Now, according to all involved, this poor girl was possessed by 6 demons. Judas Iscariot, Hitler, yeah, fucking Hitler, Nero, a disgraced priest named Valentine Fleischman, oh, fuck me, Cain, as in, yeah, Cain and Abel, yeah, that's right, and of course, Lucifer himself, Now, I actually watched this video on BuzzFeed, Bub, where a couple of guys were talking about this case, and one of them pointed out that it's almost as if she stopped at 6 because she ran out of bad guys to name. And honestly, it kind of sounds right, in my opinion. I mean, that's not why we're here, but like, yeah, come on, dude. Like,
and not to
like, what else? I am Shredder.
Not to trash
I hate
on her.
the Ninja Turtles.
Not to trash on her, but it did sound like that. In 1970 something,
where's Voldemort?
A young German girl.
Right.
Voldemort, he wasn't out yet.
Ah, exactly.
Right.
I see. That makes sense now. And nothing against this girl. I think this girl was really sick and she really needed help. I have no doubt in my mind. But man. Anyway, during the beginning of these rituals, she would go into fits where she would rip her clothes off and do up to 400 fucking squats in a row.
I don't even know any athletic males that do 400 squats in a row.
Have you met me?
Yeah, I don't think those are squats.
Oh,
man.
dude, I do 4 at least every day. At least
squats.
4 every day.
They're,
Oh, get out of here. I see where you're going. I mean, but that shit's fucking insane, is it not? I mean, that shit's crazy to me. Oh, it makes no sense. At one point, her parents claimed that while she was staring at a statue of the Virgin Mary, her eyes turned, this is a quote, her eyes turned black, jet black, and her hands seemed to turn into thick paws with claws.
Paws with claws.
Again, that's an actual fucking quote from her mother.
They're just like
paws with claws.
I'm picturing, like
if you spelled it right though, like you could like make it a law firm. That was run by cats.
Law firm. Like a law firm for cats.
Paws with claws. That'd be fucking
Paws
awesome.
with Claws is my new cat themed punk band. Yeah, we do all music for cats.
Not the Broadway play, right?
No, we don't do songs from cats. No, we play music
like
for
scraping out the litter.
felines.
Scraping out the litter.
Yeah. Our new hit song is "I'm Licking My Butthole."
I wanted a treat, but not that one. I got you, buddy. We're getting there. Another quote from Mommy Dearest claimed that, quote, she had the strength that was close to superhuman. She threw her sister as if she were a rag doll.
Wow.
Now, speaking of being shitty to your sister, don't you have a story about being shitty to your sister,
Oh,
Chuck?
okay. We're going to get into this now.
Yes, we are.
All right,
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's an embarrassing.
Oh, no, guys. This is great. This is the greatest story you'll ever hear. I swear. At least for the next fucking 24 hours. I swear. All right, go ahead, buddy.
All right. Yeah, it's an embarrassing story, but I really don't care. I'm not easily embarrassed. I'm probably going to walk into the liquor store, the convenience store in a week or so, and
they're not going to want to shake your hand.
Right. So, okay, yeah, let's just get into it.
Yeah, this shit will make sense in a minute. Like, literally.
Yeah, so I was about 5 years old when my grandpa passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, bud.
And
that was 47 years ago. But
yeah, we were all out at, not 47 years ago.
I'm still sorry to hear it, buddy.
So we were all out at the funeral, and it was rather far away from home. So afterwards, we all go back to my uncle's place, and everybody's there. There's so many adults. There's people grieving,
aunts, uncles,
cousins.
Right.
and
cousins
there was,
of aunts and uncles, right?
So there's lots of different sleeping arrangements, people just sleeping around the place, and lots going on, lots of adults uninterruptible and grieving. And so
I usually grieve by master. No, move on. I'm sorry.
As the evening went on, I had to really go to the bathroom, like bad.
Like number 1 or number 2?
Number 2. And
we got to clarify for the people,
right, for the people out there. So I was anxious about interrupting an adult to ask them where the bathroom was. I don't know if this.
So you hadn't been to this cabin.
It might have been my first time there,
but even if it wasn't, you're 5 years old,
right? And if I had been there before, maybe I didn't remember. But I remember specifically, I didn't want to ask where the bathroom was. I was nervous about it, so I went to bed really on the verge. And at some point in the middle of the night, I had shit myself, and I wake up,
as one does when they're 5 years old. It makes sense. I get it.
So I wake up, and I was really embarrassed about it. I didn't want anybody to know. So I look to my left, and we're all camped out on the floor. And my
all
sisters
the kids are like there. Out, yeah,
my sister's there, and I start scooping the shit out of my pajamas and shoving it right down the back of hers. Yeah, just handfuls. Just put it in there, and at some point during this event,
you didn't. It never crossed your 5-year-old mind. Maybe she'll wake up.
No, it didn't cross my mind to just take them off and throw them away somewhere.
Wait. You're like, no. I think the only solution is to
blame it on her.
Scoop the shit out of my pants and put it in hers.
So that's what I did.
That's fucking great.
That is what I chose to do, at any rate. So during this whole ordeal, my sister wakes up.
No,
imagine that, and she starts grabbing at it and everything, and she's yelling, "Charlie's pooping in my pants!
Chuck shit my pants!"
This gets the attention of the entire household.
Right, I'm sure. Like at first, your mom, dad wake up, then like uncle wakes up, then next thing you know, like everybody's in there, like we're gonna solve the mystery,
right? And we're in there like almost fighting with this shit.
I can see like there's poop everywhere.
No, she did it. She put it in my pants. So I'm sitting here swearing, and she put it in my pants.
Oh my god!
So I mean, I chose to not be embarrassed by asking where the bathroom was or having shit in my own pants, but this couldn't be more embarrassing.
Did they solve the mystery?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh, dude, I'm ready to take a break.
Need a breather?
That's the greatest thing I ever heard in my life. Oh shit! Wow. Whew. No.
Take your inhaler.
On top of these claims, Analise would spend hours and hours every night in intense prayer. In one incident, she crawled under a table and barked like a fucking dog for 2 days straight. No one was able to drag her out from under the table or able to make her stop. That shit would drive me fucking insane, buddy. But I can't imagine my child doing any of these things that she's doing. I can't imagine if she did this shit that it would cause my first thought to be, oh, she's definitely possessed by Hitler.
This is a weird thing to speculate.
Hitler used to really bark like a dog for days at a time under a table.
Well, every time that's just German. I don't understand German, but when I hear Hitler, it's just...
Well, instead of
it's like
bark,
little chihuahua. Anyway, where was I going with that?
I have no idea.
I started to wonder, and this is maybe doing an injustice to her. Maybe she's just a real decent human being, but I don't know if Germany was like America was in the mid-'70s.
I don't know.
And, you wonder, was she really as clean cut as she seemed? Maybe she was rebelling. No, I don't even want to speculate.
Yeah, I mean, to try to even guess that, okay, maybe she was on drugs or something. Yeah, I mean, and it's very possible, like, because, Europe at that time, depending on which side of the wall you were on in Germany, there was a lot. It was like, the Beatles came out of London, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there was a lot of that counterculture happening. But I don't think that with her upbringing and stuff, and it's like, even like her college friends even, went as far, they even talked about how, like she would never go out with them. She wouldn't go to study groups. She went to classes and she stayed in her dorm room and she studied and she prayed. and that was it.
Okay.
Like she, her upbringing was really, really thick in her head. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, honestly, in my personal opinion, there's never been anything proven that she had taken any drugs or anything. But we'll get to a time period kind of esque kind of area where it'd be like, okay, they would have found that.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. But anyway, in a note that Analise wrote to Ernst Alt, she said, quote, "I am nothing. Everything about me is vanity. What should I do? I have to improve. You pray for me." Now, supposedly, she also told the priest, "I want to suffer for other people, but this is so cruel." Now, she is also quoted as frequently saying, that she was dying to atone for the wayward youth of the day and the apostate priest of the modern church. I mean, man, that shit is rough, bro. As the sessions went on, her quote, symptoms got worse. She began to bang her head against the wall, and it would take like 3 to 4 grown men to stop her. She also started biting chunks of skin out of herself and other people as well.
It's insane.
I know. It just hurts your heart, Things got so violent that the family began tying her down during the exorcisms so that she couldn't hurt herself or anyone else. All involved claimed that Analise refused to eat, and in spite of weighing under 80 fucking pounds, she showed astonishing strength when people would try to restrain her. It was later revealed that she had broken the bones and torn the tendons in her knees from continually kneeling in prayer. Dude, that's fucking crazy.
That's rough. I mean,
yeah. She would also tell her parents that the Mother Mary would regularly visit her and tell her that she had to do penitence. Penitence. There's the word. Nailed it for lost souls. And this poor fucking kid, man. God.
It's a sad story.
Dude, it's rough, man. I hate it. Ugh. And I've talked about this before. I brought it up in so many episodes. Like, I hate it when things happen to the kids, I just fucking can't stand it. Now, just a warning. There were 42 tapes recorded, and we're going to play snippets of the actual exorcism tapes, along with, after the fact, we'll read some of the transcripts of each, quote, demon that she exhibited. Now, if really, truly disturbing audio bothers you, this might be a good time to, like, skip to the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Everybody good?
I'm good.
Ready to go?
Mostly.
Okay. Just making sure. Everybody?
All right. We're not going to hear the audience and the listeners, so
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All
are
right.
you waiting for them to say whether or not they're ready?
All right, fuck it, man. Let's do this. The first one supposedly is Ghost Hitler.
Ghost Hitler.
Yeah. Play the audio, brother. Now, from what we could find transcribed, some of what the conversation between the priest and Ghost Hitler goes as follows, and this is just a summary by us jackasses here. Anyway, Hitler starts off, "What must be prayed?
What must be prayed more? Say it very clearly.
I won't say it.
How much more?
100 times."
You continue to lie. I command you, unclean spirit, to speak. In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. Amen. We call the angels for help and ask the Queen of the Angels to command you in the name of the Son and the Holy Ghost. Amen.
Ask her who's in your asshole.
The Mother of the Rosary, no?
Yes. People are as stupid as pigs. It is I, Hitler. I am in your asshole. Yes. They think it's all over after death, but it goes on. I'm sorry. We have to lighten this shit up. Okay. This shit is
most
deep.
of that was from the transcript.
Yeah, I may or may not have ad-libbed a little bit.
A little bit of ad-lib.
I do that. I'm sorry, but
just to not confuse the people, there was a lot of legit stuff that was said there.
Another source we found had another quote from Ghost Hitler saying, quote, "I ripped out crosses everywhere. Ha ha." Now, I didn't see this attributed to the ghost Hitler in the transcription, but it does sound fitting, so we went ahead and just kind of added it in anyway.
Ripped out crosses everywhere. I ripped out crosses everywhere is the name of the new album by I don't know, some
Anya?
grindcore band. Anya? No.
Oh, she's probably gonna sue us now. I hope not. Come on, Anya, you're sexy as fuck. Anyway, next we're gonna play.
Hey, whoa! Whatever happened to Bjork?
Hey, nobody touched it. You keep her name out of your mouth. Bjork is a goddamn saint. Plain and simple. She would have got those demons out. I love you, Bjork. Marry me. Next, we're gonna play a clip from one of the shittiest siblings in history. No pun intended, buddy.
Yeah, sure.
Cain. Yeah, so grab your jawbone of an ass and buckle up because here we go. Now, this one sounds pretty fucked up, but unfortunately, the only transcription that we could find of this part was of Ghost Cain saying, quote, "I have killed my brother. I am burning."
I want to ask if Cain is suffering and burning for all eternity for killing his brother. What do you think my punishment is?
Oh, dude, yeah, dude, you're gonna be having fucking duty sandwiches.
Duty sandwiches for eternity?
Yeah, with no water and no milk, no jelly. Yeah, you
No
can't even put
jelly.
jelly on that sandwich. Yeah.
Damn, that's worse than peanut butter with no jelly. Only slightly, but
Now, I don't know about you, buddy, but I definitely got that from that clip. You know what I mean? That's just kind of like, like when you listen to it, you're like, oh yeah, that's definitely what he said.
I'm hearing these clips and I'm thinking this. I'm wondering how you got the vocal tracks from the new Grind Flesh Orgasm album.
Grind Flesh Orgasm?
Yeah.
Is that a band?
You know those bands with 4 letters and 3 letters in their names? And
No, I'm pretty sure you're making shit up at this point.
You can never read what their logo says, so they could just tell you. One month they're pig rapist. The next month they're flesh destroyer.
Right. I tell you what. Let's keep this demon disco rolling. Next up, we've got Ghost Nero. Give it up for Ghost Nero!
Du Hass ist, da gibt's keine Ruhe. Nein. Und bei uns gibt's nie Ruhe. Nie.
Now, some of the quotes attributed to this super awesome sack of shit are, quote, "You should follow the message of Fatima. Humanae Vitae is decisive. The whole Humanae Vitae." Now, the Humanae Vitae is basically a book written by the Vatican and Pope Paul VI talking about the importance of the relationship between marriage and God. Like, ooh, that's so evil.
It is decisive.
You must follow God.
Hey man, you're really gonna have to work on your demon voices.
Anyway, quote, another one was Father Renz. Father Renz asked Nero about a Bishop Lefebvre. Oh God, dude, I tried to figure out how to pronounce his name. It's Lefebvre. Like, you tell me, how the fuck do you pronounce that? Come on, man.
How do you pronounce? I don't know. I really don't know how to pronounce it. What was it?
Lefebvre.
Lefebvre.
Maybe you gotta Lefebvre. I don't know. Fuck. To which he replied, "Ha! That one, but they don't believe in him. What a pity." Now, this Lefebvre guy was an archbishop that was against all of the changes that the new Vatican were promoting. Now, again, not feeling very threatened by this so-called, badass evil motherfucker of history. Maybe he should maybe Nero should just stick with playing the fucking fiddle, watching the whole goddamn thing burn down, Fuck it.
Some men just want to watch the world burn, right? That's the quote from the movie.
Wow, dude, we're really going to talk about Batman?
No, I was just quoting.
No, you were talking. God, this guy. I tell you what. Next up on our docket of demons, we have a disgraced priest. Now you know his work. Now hear it in his own words. Everybody, give it up for Valentine Fleischman.
Okay, that Fleischman voice is disturbing. But man, your announcer voice. Yeah.
Oh, come on down.
I almost bought a car.
I figured you did. I was wondering. Oh, no. Now, before we get into what, Super Ghost Priest said through this poor tormented girl, let's take a quick look at who this guy was. Father Fleischman was ordained by the Catholic Church in 1572 and was sent to preside over the Franks. Now, the Franks, that was what the
hot
Germans
dogs.
used to be called. It wasn't ballpark Franks. I know you thought he was going to preside over a bunch of hot dogs.
Lay a bunch of hot dogs out in the pews.
He's just throwing buns out. Oh my heck. By 1575, he was defrocked. And no, Chuck, that's not sexual innuendo. I know exactly where you were going to go, buddy. And
you missed out on a pretty good joke there.
Well, okay, what joke?
No, you're not getting it.
Oh, God, man, if I had a nickel for every time I heard that. Shit. He was defrocked for unmannerly and alcoholic behavior and also for assault and attempted fucking murder. Now, with it out of the way of who this fucking guy was, let's continue with the translation. So the translation goes on, quote, I was a priest at Ethelben. I am damned because I fulfilled my duties very badly. It is horrible down there. Judas pulled me down there. I have killed one person and have had women. I prayed too little. I was always in a hurry to finish my sacred duties. Now I am down there languishing for eternity. And in my opinion, okay, so she's possessed. This dude's rotting and burning in hell, suffering, right? Why is it there and not here? Is he is he out on bail in this little girl?
He's been invited to the party. Judas pulled him down to hell, but Hitler invited him to the party.
Like, oh, you have to come and check out my Venus. It's so fucking yummy. I have a very tiny Wiener, but I have cucumbers.
Hey, you have to come to the party, man. Hitler's pulling out his Wiener.
His Venus schnitzel, but he has cucumbers. Oh my God.
I want to say this too. I don't think we got to this point that every single one of these clips and every time you hear a recording of this, it's in German.
Yeah, exactly. And
all of these people, I mean, think about it.
At one point, though, what's great to me is at one point, and we read, I don't know, gosh, there had to have been 30, 40 different articles about her exorcism.
And page after page of this exorcism transcribed that we read.
Everything's in German. And at one point, though, if you remember, there was somebody who claimed that, when they would talk in Latin, she would correct their mistakes and this and that. But you can't find it in any of the translations on the tapes, And then at one point, what was it? She said, oh, God.
I can speak all languages, but you should speak to me in German.
Yeah. How fucking convenient.
Right.
Again, to me, all pointing back to psychiatrist, not fucking priest.
Somebody should have given this girl some medicine and some counseling. And
God, man.
Put her in a room for a little while.
Right. Take care of her.
She'd probably be out right now. Well, maybe not now. I don't know how old she would have been.
She'd still be alive, though.
She'd
still fucking be alive. You know what I'm saying?
Kindergarten or something.
That's what I'm saying. Shit just pisses me off so bad, man. You ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah. How many more? Is this the last one? Or no, I think there's a couple more.
We got a couple.
All right,
we got a couple, but we have a very special guest, Little Poop Pimp.
Little Poop Pimp.
What up, Little Poop? Hey, what's going on, player? I just want to say thanks for having me on the show today. Boys, you guys are kicking ass up here. You know what I'm saying? Just want to tell everyone, check out my new album. It's called "If It Ain't Xanax, Don't Fix It." You know what's up. You know what's up. Right. Ha ha. Next up, we had the man, the myth, the legend himself. I want y'all to give a big what for the Silver King, Judas Iscariot.
Die müssen in eigenen Seminaren ausgebildet werden, die dürfen nicht auf die anderen Universitäten. Kapiert? Ja. Ist der sonst noch etwas zu sagen? Weil der Teufel größere Macht.
Dang, man. Like, were you having some happy hashtag smiley face Chuck hand
Why do you say
waiter
that?
action time?
So why do you say that?
Dude, they're like the music in the background.
Oh, the music. Yeah, I heard that.
What's going on with
No, that's not me. That was in the audio clip originally. That clip is unedited.
You're sure? So you weren't, like.
I didn't forget to turn the porn off. No.
Okay. That's what I was wondering.
No,
just curious,
That's their audio clip.
Right. Well, hey, you know what though? I actually like that music better than Little Poop Pimp's music.
Oh, it is. It's a terrible
Weird
album.
Candy Podcast has absolutely nothing to do with If It Ain't Xanax, Don't Fix It. And it is the most terrible album ever fucking made by anyone on earth. No one should ever listen to it. Ever.
Yeah, ever. He asked me to produce that album.
Did he really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had to decline once I looked at the lyrics and.
Oh, there are lyrics?
Oh, yeah. You can't really understand them. It's all. But anyway, yeah, I had to turn it down.
What were the lyrics again?
It was all mumbled. I don't know. It was, even on paper, I couldn't understand it.
Anyway, Ghost Judas supposedly said through Analise, quote, "I am damned for eternity. You careless people, if you could just imagine what it is to be damned for eternity. I am damned. I will not come out of the girl. Down there, it is too tormenting. If people knew what was in store for them by not going to church, it will fare them extremely bad. These modernists are the result of my work, and they are already belong to me. They no longer obey the Pope in Rome. It is the one in Rome who still keeps the church going. The religious in monasteries watch TVs and don't pray enough. Do not kneel down. They extend their paws." When asked why they extend their hands, he responded with, "That's what she said." That's what. Okay, maybe there's a 50-50 chance I may or may not have made that last line up.
Okay, we know Annalise knows of TV in the 70s. But this is Judas Iscariot.
Right. Dude's like, I love all in the family.
They watch TV.
I moved up with the Jeffersons. Right, it's fucking retarded. Oh my heck.
No offense to her. She's the victim here. She's suffering.
Absolutely.
But
this is mainly like her parents and these priests believed in her psychosis to be so demonic that it's fucking ridiculous.
Well, whether it's possession or
dude, there is no or. I know, dude. That's exactly why we work. That's why we work so well together. Because Chuck does believe in these things. He believes there's these chances. Again, I needed to come up and smack me in my fucking face. And so far, guess what? I sleep pretty good.
I'm just throwing that out there, but. She knows of TV, and
right.
Judas Iscariot clearly doesn't know what a TV is.
Again, it's almost like her mental illness.
So we're not offending her. We're just saying
obviously
there's
she's the fucking
here.
victim here, man.
Right,
like,
exactly.
absolutely.
That was my point. Yes.
And God, I my heart aches. For what 8-9 days now we've been doing this, researching this, and looking into this, and every single day my heart aches so bad for this poor baby.
Whatever the
like
cause,
my son's going to be 22 in a couple months, and like she was 23 years old, like she was a baby, man. Like her whole life was ahead of her. She was going to be a teacher. She was going to change the world,
exactly.
So I appreciate you bringing that up so that we could hammer it down and remind everybody that our intentions are not bad as far as what this poor baby suffered.
And whether it's
more of what her parents and these fucking priests and these idiots that go so far with their beliefs that they're like, nah, we don't need doctors, we don't need psychiatrists. Nah, God will help us. Like get out of here, man. Like get help. Medicine is there for a reason. Like. Science exists for a reason. Okay, if it makes you feel better, God gave these people the insight to create this science and these medicines. Come on, man. Help your babies. Keep your kids safe. God, I've talked about this so many times, dude. I fucking hate it when something bad happens to kids.
Exactly.
And in my view, she's a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, whole life ahead of her. Anyway.
All right, there we go. Let's get back on it.
Well, for our grand finale tonight, we've saved the worst for last. He's been around for long, long years. Ask your parents. He's known by many names. Let's all run for our fucking lives. It's Lucifer!
Im Namen deines höchsten Jungfrau, im Namen Jesu, befehle ich dir auszufahren. Im Namen des dreifaltigen Gottes, des Vaters, im Namen des dreifaltigen Geistes, befehle ich dir auszufahren und nicht
Okay, I know we had that terrifying clip, but I have to say, man, you know that reference you made before the clip?
Which one?
The been around for long, long years?
Yeah.
I'm 40 years old, and even I have to ask my parents about that.
Well, okay. I'm sorry you were sheltered as a little baby. Or you want to hear some
No.
fucking Puff the Magic Dragon? Huh? You never listen to the goddamn Rolling Stones?
No, I don't like them. But anyway.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, so it's not a matter of
It's something-
It's not a matter of it's so outdated. It's a matter of your personal preference is fingernails on a chalkboard, right?
No, it is something that my parents listen to, but I'm
Oh.
saying that it's a super outdated reference.
It is
man.
not, dude. That is a fantastic song. And you know what? Comment on our Facebook.
That's
Comment on our
60
Facebook and let Chuck know that he is in the minority. That
60
yes,
years
everybody loves "Sympathy for the Devil." That's a great fucking song,
55, 60 plus years ago or something.
dude. Go suck on a chili dog somewhere.
See?
Now, some of the words supposedly spoken by Ghost Satan are quote, "I want to conquer the earth for myself. In the meantime, I make a rich booty." Me too. Me too, buddy. I make a rich booty. I love it. He goes on, "I am filling up my kingdom. I take whatever I can take. I must convince you of this. The majority have abandoned Nazarene." Right. Yeah. Okay. So she's just kind of like going on and on, like talking about like,
Now, okay, I say whether it be possession or psychosis of some sort, because I believe that both could be possible. But now in this situation, through my research, in this particular case,
yeah.
I have to say, as I've said many times over the last few days, there's something wrong with her. Something,
Sure.
In her mind, something mentally is wrong.
Again, dude, it's a psychosis.
If they had gone and,
Well, and like I did read a couple different articles, and they were saying basically that like if she had severe schizophrenia, which was majorly overlooked back in that time,
Right.
That the medications they were giving her to treat her quote epilepsy could have
Made things worse.
It worse,
Mhm. Yeah.
exactly. So it's just like. Anyway, after he made a rich booty, "I am filling up my kingdom. I take whatever I can take. I must convince you of this. The majority have abandoned the Nazarene. How foolish. Those still faithful are a small flock. I took Judas with me. He is always at my service. He is damned. He could have saved himself, but he has not followed the Nazarene. The enemies of the church belong to us. Oh, if you had an idea of how things stand below, the visionary children of Fatima have seen it. If you had an idea, you would be on your knees day and night at the tabernacle. I had to say it because the High Lady compels me." And I guess they're at this point they're like trying to say like the High Lady is fucking Mother Mary.
Also, a lot of these things are more like like a fire and brimstone pastor or preacher would say. They're not like Satan, like, come join me. It's lovely.
Right.
It's like warnings. Like the preacher's like, you don't want to go down to hell because it's a fiery place.
Right. Exactly. Like, oh, you're a sufferer. See, I can do some voices. You know what I'm saying? Overall, Analise Michel endured 67 exorcisms over the span of almost 10 fucking months, man. At the beginning of all of this, in 1975, she was a healthy and happy 23-year-old.
A beautiful young lady.
Yes, she was very pretty. Had just finished attending
Smart,
the University of
intelligent.
Wurzburg with the hopes of becoming a teacher. Now, unfortunately, an extremely religious upbringing and some severely undiagnosed mental disorders would ultimately cost her life. If you look at pictures, you can plainly see that she was an attractive young woman with unlimited potential. She was a beautiful baby, you know, like, I mean, this girl had the world at her fingertips. She was smart, funny, liked by everyone. Later pictures would prove that through the negligence of her parents and these two wacko fucking priests, she was literally starved to death. That's how she died. And now, on top of being starved to death, she also had pneumonia.
Yeah.
And, you know, our parents were like, well, we brought a doctor in, but she refused to see him. Oh, okay, yeah, because, like, she's dying of fucking pneumonia and starvation, but she doesn't want to see the doctor, so okay.
Possessed or mentally ill, she chooses to send them away. They should go, okay, she's in no place to make this choice.
Exactly.
You want
At
to
some
believe it's
point,
possession,
like, you look
mental
out for the
illness,
best
whatever.
interest of your kids. Plain
You
and
got to
simple.
just do what's right.
Yep.
They say go away, you say no.
I don't give a rat's ass what you believe. Personally, I think that every single one of us should be allowed to worship in any way that we see fit. But these assholes were absolutely fucking 100% to blame for her death. Analise weighed 68 pounds when she died, man.
If they want-
68 pounds.
If they're
man.
absolutely certain, I don't mean to interject, but if they're absolutely certain she's possessed and that this is the best thing they can do for her,
Put her in a psychiatric
the hospital,
where they can fucking
get her
feed
some
through
IV
an
feed,
Right.
feed tubes or something,
Thank you.
take care of her, keep going with the exorcism if that's what it takes.
But they
But
know
don't let her
they
just-
know that modern science realizes that it's a fucking sham. Again, just my personal opinion. Chuck believes differently. That's why we work so well together. I just, you know, you hear stuff like this, and it just solidifies my belief that, man,
Well-
these people are all full of shit. It's like, oh, I'm going to take the tooth fairy is going to rip your teeth out because you didn't brush your teeth, and then the parents come in and rip their teeth out and go, oh no, it was the tooth fairy. You know what I'm saying?
Parents were. Well, I get what you're saying. Is her parents were
Wacko.
basically abusive.
Well, and
They're
like, her
abusive.
mother was making fucking, like, commenting on this as recently as 2005. So this
Well-
bitch got to live a full ass fucking life after putting all that on her daughter being sick as fuck, and her daughter starving to death and dying of pneumonia. This bitch gets to live a full
Now,
fucking life.
as you say, we have a fair amount of opposite beliefs or different beliefs, or,
Sure.
you know.
Yeah.
But in this case, I think we've both reached the consensus that this young lady had a psychotic or mental illness that should have been cared for, and it should have been cared for in
A fucking hospital.
in a facility that could have fed her, kept her alive. Even if you want to go on with the exorcism,
Right. And I
Fine.
get it, man. Like the tapes, yeah, they're disturbing, man. Like, honestly, like, some of them give me chills. Like,
Yeah.
and we just played snippets for you guys. You can find them online. You just look
there's
up real tapes. of,
42
exorcism-
tapes.
42 tapes. The real exorcism, Analise Michel. And you'll find them. I mean, they're easy to find. It's just, and some of them, I mean, dude, the shit's fucking disturbing, and it gave me chills. But come on, man, I can sit here and run my mouth just like anybody, and I'm only partially mentally disturbed. You know what I'm saying?
Are you sure about that?
Well, maybe 3/4. Anyway, both of her parents and both of the priests were tried and convicted of negligent homicide, and they were all fined, which and sentenced to 6 months in prison. But the sentences were all reduced to 3 years probation. Now, I couldn't find the amount that they were all fined, but there isn't a chance in fucking hell that it was enough. You know, these scumbags.
They should have
basically-
done. They should have done a prison sentence.
Oh, you're damn right. But these scumbags basically got away with fucking murder under the guise of religious freedom, and it's ridiculous. Now, while my beliefs are quite a bit different from these of, you know, these nut jobs, if there is a God, they should all be rotting exactly how they let sweet Analise believe that she would be. Remember, an open mind leads to endless possibilities. Join us next time for another piece of weird candy.